All right. Let's move on to a hyperboloid of one sheet. So here, the hyperboloid of one sheet, the distinguishing characteristic here in this equation is there's exactly one minus sign, and it could be on the x, it could be on the y, or it could be on the z. The variable in this equation that has the minus sign tells you sort of on which axis the hyperboloid is along. Right, so I mean, if you look through here, you can see this is kind of like a tube. So since z has the negative here, that means the z-axis goes through the tube. So likewise, maybe if the minus were on the x, it would be tilted to look like this, for example. Okay? So in this situation, the a and b actually end up doing pretty much the exact same thing as they've been doing, and they, make this either more or less elliptical, the hole here. Let's actually look at it from above so we can see the ellipse happening. Here, this is opening on the x-axis here. And this one's the x-axis. This one's the y. Right? So we can see it shrinking and opening on the x direction with A, and B will open if you make B bigger and shrink if you make B smaller in the y direction. Let's get these to a pretty reasonable level here. Now let's look what C is going to do. Well, if you guessed, again, that's going to sort of make this whole process tighter, then you're right. You can sort of imagine here, if you take the traces of the hyperboloid, sort of the vertical traces, which means, so in this case, let's say we take a sheet of glass and shove it through this surface on the xz plane. So let's turn it this way. Right, so the one that's, the one that we see here. Right, so we'll end up tracing out the edge of the surface here, and you see that's a hyperbola, right? So this is what C does is make those hyperbola, if you increase C, it makes the hyperbola sort of shallower. Okay? I mean, I encourage you to, after watching this video, open this this code in Mathematica and just play around with these surfaces, adjust A, B's, and C's, and see what happens, try and get a better understanding of it for yourself. Okay. So this is a hyperboloid of one sheet, and if we're going to call something that, then of course there's a hyperboloid of two sheets. Right. In this case, the left-hand side of this equation here has been multiplied by -1. Right? So if you look back up here, we have x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared minus z squared over c squared.